Welcome to FedScoop TV. I'm Wyatt Cash, and we're here at the IT Modernization Summit. And joining me today is Don Parente. Don is Assistant Vice President for Technical Sales at AT&T. Welcome to the program.
Thank you so much.
So we're talking today about IT modernization, and you work with a number of agencies. What are some of the current barriers you see agencies still facing in their efforts to modernize their IT systems?
Well, I mean, I think the obvious is always funding. You know, if you look at some studies show that 80% of IT funding goes towards servicing the old platforms.
Yes.
So when you have limited resources to make the investments, it certainly creates some challenges. The other thing is, let's face it, government's a 24/7 operation. So, you know, they can't just close for remodeling. They got to make the changes and modernize, as they say, you know, rebuild the plane in flight. And that's not an easy thing to do.
And if you think about the job that CIOs have in that environment, what kind of things can they be doing, or are you seeing them doing, to enable their teams to try to move towards transformation?
Yeah, I mean, I think the key really is training. You know, we see it across the industry, even at AT&T. There's a substantial effort in training the workforce and retooling. Because let's face it, the new world's going to be a lot more automated in the modernized world, much more software-centric. So it's really key now to start, you know, training the team, getting them thinking differently, and that'll ultimately lead to success down the road.
When you think about the systems that are most poised toward modernization, we know we can't boil the ocean all at once.
Sure.
But what are the systems you see being potentially early movers for agencies?
Yeah, I mean, I think some of the IT, you know, applications that already have the opportunity to move to the cloud, you know, applications that maybe are custom built and, you know, dedicated to an agency that maybe can fall into a software as a service, those would be great candidates to start with.
And we know there's a technical component, but there's also sort of a cultural and workforce element to this. So how do they play into the role of modernizing IT?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I think, you know, a good CIO always sort of manages to the culture of the team, and you know, it's a journey, and I think like all organizations, even IT organizations will sort of evolve over time. The culture will change over time, but you know, sometimes you just embrace the culture and leverage the strengths of the culture too.
And lastly, let's talk a little about cybersecurity. We have the opportunity, IT modernization can actually help cybersecurity, so they need to work together. How do you see those two playing out in a kind of a joint fashion?
Yeah, I mean, I think when you look at cybersecurity in the past, often people thought about securing a system after the system was built. When you go through a modernization effort, you have an opportunity to really think about cyber from the very beginning. Even think about the tools and the infrastructure that you're going to use to build the new platforms, and select, you know, material that's inherently secure, right? So just like we don't build houses with bamboo, right? We use much more durable goods. You know, the same is true in IT. You know, look for, you know, those platforms that have security built in. So instead of doing it as an overlay, do it right from the start.
That sounds great. Well, Don Parente, thank you so much for taking a few minutes to join us today and sharing some of your insights with us here at the IT Modernization Summit.
Thanks so much.
Yep,
Really appreciate it. Bye-bye.
I'm Wyatt Cash with FedScoop TV. Thanks for watching.